And welcome back. As we send the kids back to school next week, it's important to know they're in the best care. Teachers are getting ready for in the classroom, but it all starts with the transportation system getting ready. This morning, Andrew Lacombe joins us from the Marquette Area Public School Transportation Garage with some safety tips. Andrew?
Yeah, good morning, Vicki. That's right. I'm at the MAPS Bus Garage. You know, the rain has stopped here now, and it would be a great morning if kids were waiting out at the bus stop, and they'll be doing that in about a week here as kids are going to go back to school. So we're talking about school bus safety this morning, which I know by John Krakowski, the Transportation Director here at Marquette Area Public Schools. And John, just tell me what's the most important thing parents should talk to their kids about getting onto the bus.
I would say one of the most important things that parents can talk to their students about is making sure that they understand what it is to cross the bus, if in fact that's what they're doing, they're crossing with the bus, and that parents understand too that they allow the driver to take over the scene at the bus so that students are loaded safely onto and discharged from the bus in the afternoon.
Okay, so what should kids know about crossing the bus, and what all is the driver thinking about when they come up to a bus stop?
Primarily, the driver is obviously focused on the safety of the student, and what's going on is they're checking their mirrors many times to make sure that all traffic has in fact halted in front and behind the bus. So that if a student is in fact crossing, they can do it as safely as possible. Probably the biggest thing the students can do is make sure that they cross in front of the bus, approximately 10 feet in front of the bus, and that they follow the driver's directions when it's time to do that.
Okay, now motorists also need to follow the driver's directions, and you're going to actually step up onto the bus right now and talk a little bit about the signals that drivers should be looking out for. Of course, with school buses heading on the roads, I know the police are always looking out too, because there's significant fines for when motorists disobey the signals of a school bus. And so now, John, just kind of tell me here in a moment, and you got to get the bus started here so we can get these lights going. But John, just tell me what signals drivers should be looking out for.
Drivers, what happens is that the bus, 200 feet ahead of the stop, the driver activates the overhead amber lights, and that lets the motoring public know that the bus is going to be completing a stop. I'm sorry, the service door open.
Okay.
We'll start that cycle again. So at 200 feet advance the stop, the yellow lights are going to come on. That alerts the motoring public that the bus is going to obviously do something different, and that is in fact do a stop. When they approach the stop and set the bus in a position where they want, they need to set the parking brake, put the bus in neutral, and then they open the service door. And when I open up the service door, you'll notice that the red lights come on, the stop arm comes out, lets the public know that they need to stop, and that's in all directions.
Okay. All right, John, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I know it's tough to hear over this, but important things that drivers need to be looking out for. And, of course, another thing parents should talk to their kids about before they get on the school bus is about behavior in the school bus and about, letting the driver be in control and not distracted, of course, as they're getting their students safely to and from school. So we'll be talking about school, back to school events and things all week on the TV6 Morning Show. For now, we'll head back to the studio, live in Marquette. Andrew Lacombe, TV6 News.
All right, thank you very much, Andrew, so we can make it a safe back to school time. Your TV6 Morning Show will be right back.